Yeah, I went rock climbing this morning with my friend.
Oh
Don't.
wow, nice.
Yeah, it's tiring, man. It's been like a year and a half since I last went, so I'm like really
Yeah,
bad. I was pretty bad then, but now I feel like I'm really bad. So yeah.
I've never done like the because is it
Oh,
specifically rock climbing or is it like the bouldering?
oh no, no,
Because
we
there's one
went
called bouldering,
bouldering.
right?
Yeah, we went
Yeah,
bouldering,
bouldering.
and there is
Oh,
a rock climbing, which is the one where you have to wear a harness and everything. But
mm.
we do bouldering more because you gotta rent the harnesses and everything. So yeah,
Okay. I'm like with my heights because I remember
it's not that
like
bad though. It's the heights aren't like crazy.
oh I know they're not crazy. You're recording, right? Are you
Yeah,
recording? I
yeah,
assume you're
yeah.
recording. Oh, okay. I figured. So I was just like, that's why I was just like, let me start talking. So I remember that grade 7 trip. What was that place called? Candelore?
I didn't go to that actually.
Oh, you didn't go? Yeah, I feel like
I
your
didn't go to
cousin,
that.
one of your cousins, your cousin, one of your cousins was on
It's,
that trip.
I
I
think it was
remember.
a 7-8 trip, so definitely they would have been.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah. But there was rock like outside, like literally just on the side of this like mountain or hill type thing. And I did that, and I was shocked I ended up doing that. And like they were guiding me through it. I don't think I made it all the way to the top, but I was surprised that I maybe like 3/4 of the way I made it up. But I was just like, I don't. It's that's that whole thing is something I got to work on. Because when we went to that place, what's it called again?
Oh, pursue OCR. I looked it up the other day because I was
Yes.
trying to remember it too.
Because they had certain things where you had to have like strong grip or whatever,
Yeah, to
like the
climb
thing where you put the things in, you keep
the
moving over
pegs.
or
Yeah,
whatever. The pegs, yeah. So like that's something I have to I have to work on. It like because like I don't think I could do I don't think I'd be good at the bouldering right away.
yeah. No, you should come one day. It's pretty fun. It's the
I'll
bouldering.
try.
Like the
Yeah,
height isn't so bad because it's only like
yeah,
max 10 feet, which isn't too bad.
yeah.
Um, but yeah,
And it's a good workout too, right? Because it's full body.
yeah, it's a lot because well, it's like a lot on your hands and your forearm because you're really gripping and just trying to hold. But then there's so much technique to it because I watched my
Hmm.
friend and he's like pretty good. He's able to maneuver it so well, and he's like telling us how to do it. I'm like, I can't do that. I'm just not as good, man. I just he's like, because a lot of it is just figuring out how to properly do it, right, and figuring out how to get to the
Yeah,
top. So like, yeah, having someone to tell you how to do it is a part of it, but it's like executing that plan. That's when it's like a lot harder. But yeah,
yeah.
I'm hoping to keep like going so that I can get better because originally I was supposed to go before the pandemic started.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna get a membership and everything, but pandemic happened and then just got pushed aside until now.
So is it like I guess it would be like you have to schedule
Yeah,
your times and stuff because of they like they're limiting the people in there. Well, I
yeah,
assume that would always be the case anyways, though, right?
yeah. So
With
if we ever plan to go, you have to book in advance. And they're
mm.
2 hour time slot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's not so bad. If you're a member, you still have to book, but you just don't have to pay obviously every time.
Yeah, each time you do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's not bad.
That's
Like
not too bad.
you do, you just book 2 hours and you just go and see what you can do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You know, what, maybe one day I'd like to try that. I gotta like because that's one of the things like before the pandemic that I struggled with is not mixing up the routine. So then you're gonna start plateauing, right? When you like right now, I'm gonna be getting beginner gains, even though I'm not a beginner because it's been so long. But like when I have to like mix up the routine, so that would be like a way to mix it up, right? Like doing
Yeah,
a whole
yeah. I
different
know
type
what you
of
mean. Like when you're once you get kind of into the groove of it, the same
yeah,
I guess routine, it doesn't seem like you're growing as much anymore
yeah,
afterwards. But
yeah.
yeah, no, rock climbing and bouldering is very fun. Like it makes exercise a little bit more interesting because it's
Mm.
a little bit more unique, obviously. But yeah, but once everything is cleared up, or in sometime in the near future, we could probably book something and go. Because I really
Yeah,
do want to
yeah,
go back
that'd be
to
fun.
that parkour place too.
Me too.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
Now
fun.
I gotta redeem myself on the damn salmon ladder or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Gotta that oh my ego was bruised a bit when I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you know what? Your ego can never get bruised if you always say you can't do it. 'Cause then if you do it, you surprise yourself, even yourself. You're like, holy shit, okay. You just
I never
always.
said I could do it. Oh, look what I did by accident.
Oh, wow, that's it. Okay.
Oh wow. I'm the greatest.
Yeah.
Oh, before we get into the main talk, there's two things I wanted to bring up. One is we missed a question from Tejas on the Q&A, so I just want to run through it quickly because it's a funny question. I just want to
Okay.
see your reaction. So, would you rather? I guess it mixes both the would you rather episodes of the Q&A. Would you rather sit on a dick and eat a cake, or sit on a cake and eat a dick?
All right, Dante. Floor is all yours. What would you do? You've
Oh,
had
hey,
time to think
whoa, I
about it.
asked you.
Yeah,
I
but
asked you.
you've had time to think about it. Give me a time.
Oh, well, yeah, I've been thinking about this question all the time, like 24/7. If I could, this is me cheating. If I could lay the dick flat,
No, I don't think that's what they mean.
I know. But if I could lay it flat so it's not penetrating me, then I would sit on the dick and eat the cake. But is it a cake that's in the shape of a dick?
No, it's flesh. It's meat. It's girthy, you know? Got a little heft to it.
Hey, whoa, hey, Jesus.
Yeah, in order you gotta open wide if you really want to eat that.
Yo, hey, yo.
That's OnlyFans though. That's OnlyFans though. If you want to see that.
Whoa, hey, no, hey. All the OnlyFans jokes we've made before, I was on board. This one, hey, no. Whatever floats your boat, everybody, but that doesn't float mine. The opening wide.
Just
but then I also don't want to sit on one.
Well, that's why it's a would you rather.
It is a very hard would you rather. Thanks, Tejas.
Yeah, if you guys want to see that, Dante's OnlyFans.
Hey, whoa, that one's not on OnlyFans. But hey guys, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be on there, what's not on there, and eventually I'll release it. But no, you go, you answer. I kind of answered.
Yeah, I think I'd probably eat the dick if that's the case. Honestly, I'd rather not get penetrated if that's the case.
Yeah.
I can't believe we said that, you know? Are you moving towards your mother or your father? Which one?
Yeah, yo.
Everyone's had time to digest that question.
I haven't. I'm not. I think didn't he just comment the right ways to go straight up?
Yeah, but let's assume there's no possible way to do that. It's forward or backwards. That's the only way you can get up.
I'm pleading the fifth. That's
what I'm stuck in position.
I'm moving upwards. I break the rules, bro. I'm not answering that question. But the other thing I wanted to bring up, have you seen, you may have not, because again, you don't pay, I probably pay attention to celebrities way more than you do. But have you seen this current trend of celebrities going, hey, I don't shower every day, or I don't need the shower?
About that. I don't remember who I saw, but.
Well, the first thing that I saw, I think I've seen it in the past though too, was I think it was Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
Oh, that's the one I saw.
Yeah. They're on Dax Shepard's podcast, I believe. And I think Dax was agreeing to. I think Dax slid under he kind of slid under for everybody because everybody was like at Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, but he was agreeing with them. And I was like, what is going on? What is going on? Well, allegedly, because I'm pretty sure it was Dax's podcast. But like, I was like, what? And then Jake Gyllenhaal just came out and said, hey, I don't think showering's that necessary. And I'm going, I couldn't, you know, the longest I've gone without showering is, I think it's been max 2 days, because on that like grade 6 trip we went on Kearney, you couldn't shower every day. Like they had to like partner it off or whatever. So you only had a few, like we went 5 days and I think you could only shower 2 out of the 5 or something. It was something like that. So I think the longest I've gone is 2 days. I can't do that. Like I have to I can't do that. I
I
can't
think
not.
for me it depends. Like if
Whoa, hey, whoa, hey.
no, so I'm right now I'm on a schedule of like generally every other day. So I don't shower every day. But it depends. If I've just been literally at home doing nothing and just been sitting around, I just don't see the need to because I'm not really sweating or anything. I'm not really doing anything. It's just chill. But then if I like say I went to the gym today and then tomorrow I shower, obviously, come back, shower, and then tomorrow I go to the gym, I'm gonna shower again. But if I'm in an AC condo and I'm literally not leaving anywhere, I'm literally just moving from the couch to my chair to my bed, that's it. I really might not even bother because it's just not really worth it. Like I'm barely putting in the work here to get to where I need to go. Half the time I just
I
roll
have.
around and I'm like, when I'm at work, then it's different. Like if I go out, then I feel like I've gotten like dirty. Then I'm gonna shower every day. But when I'm right now in the pandemic, it's just like I'm at home. I'm in like the comfort of my own home. Like I'm not dirty because I keep clean here anyway. So yeah, and I'm not sweating or anything. If I feel like I've gotten dirty that day or like I feel like nasty, then I'm gonna be like, okay, I gotta shower. That's the schedule
Okay.
I'm on. Save money on the water because I pay for water now. So gotta
Oh, well, okay, okay. So you put a lot of preferences on because I was about to attack you. I was about to go nuts. So I was like, what are you talking about? Like me, even though I've been like, well, even like there's a lot of days where I don't go out. I still do it every day. Like I have to. Like but it's like it's part
no,
of my
but
routine. I just like it too.
yeah, I know some people who have to shower like no matter what. Like I know some friends who like they have to shower before they sleep. No matter what they do, even if they're exhausted, they have to. Um,
Mm.
for me, I've just been, and during the pandemic mainly, it's just like I'm really not doing anything. My clothes are literally not leaving the house. Like I'm not leaving the condo. I barely do any stairs. I'm walking. Basically sitting half the day. Then I'm
Oh
really not
no,
doing
okay,
anything. I'm
okay.
not sweating. So like,
To each his own. But I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. You're making it make sense. They didn't make it make sense to me. It sounded like before the pandemic they were talking about this because they said with their kids too. They're like, well, if you see dirt, then you have to. But basically, I just don't. And I was like, what are you talking
no.
about?
So I disagree with them because they say it's not necessary. I think it is. It's just
I think it's
only to
100%
like when
necessary.
you if you feel like you need to almost. I feel like I need to almost every day, like every other day because I if I shower today, might not need to tomorrow because like I'm again not really sweating or anything. We
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
basically blast the AC half the time, so eh. But some days I'll notice that like it's hotter than usual, and then I'll be like, okay, it's kind of gross. I'm gonna go. If I feel gross, then I'm gonna go shower. But
Okay,
yeah, I disagree with them. Like if you
yeah.
even if you don't see dirt, like you're still dirty. You should probably go
That's
more
what I'm
often than
saying.
not. But yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, see, your preferences saved you from me going nuts. Because I was about to be like, what are you
no.
talking
Like
about?
I still, I really don't agree with them. Where they say it's like it's not
Yeah, yeah.
necessary. Um, but at the same time, if you think about how like our ancestors did it, they didn't shower every day either, right? Or like
Yeah, but
there is like if you say you go camping and you just go completely remote,
yeah.
you don't really shower because you might not have accessibility to that, unless you live by like the pond or like a lake. But generally you're not going in every single day because then you have other things and priorities to do. But I think in the Western world it's a little bit more necessary. I feel.
I understand. I understand, right? Because like also it may be like a means thing too, right? So I understand that part of it. Or maybe if you don't have the access, then obviously I understand that part.
Yeah,
But I'm saying they definitely have the access to water.
yeah.
That bill to them is probably like chump change. So there's no reason that they shouldn't be in the shower every single day. That's just my thing. I don't just like because like it's also like how do you not? Because they're like I think there was something they were saying like your natural orders, but like
Yeah, there is like the natural
everybody's
orders. That's I feel like BO is one thing, and I feel like it's like shampooing your hair. So I don't know if you shampoo every day, but
No,
you're
no, no. That I know. Like that, you don't have to do every
but
day. That's
that's
not something
it's
I would
very
do every day.
similar,
Yeah.
right? It's like I guess if you rinse, it's still good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to overwhelm yourself with the chemicals of the shampoo or the body soap, right?
Yeah.
Because that's really bad for your body. So I feel like if you're coming from that perspective too, like I don't want to shower every day because if I shower, I'm gonna be using all these like body soaps with chemicals, um, or like
But there's
shampoo and whatnot.
natural stuff, isn't there?
Yeah, but like, can you really trust it? There's it's almost like can you really trust it? Like if you're a lot of people will say you can just rinse yourself with water and you're pretty much good because your body is should naturally clean itself. It's supposed to like maintain itself, right? Um
Hmm.
so I don't know. If you're coming from that perspective, fine too, because at least you have like a reason to protect yourself. But for me it's I just don't find the need if I don't feel dirty, then
Yeah.
like if my girlfriend says, "Oh, you smell," then I'll be like, "Fine, I'll shower." Okay? Because if I smell, then you're just not gonna have a good time. Even if I've already showered, I'll go. But if I'm like, I'm fine, I don't really smell that bad, it's fine. You know, one day and then tomorrow I'll shower, it's fine. Like first of all, I save water, save money, and I save some time. You know, how
That's
long?
true.
Wait, hold on.
But
How long do you shower for? Average it out. That's
probably like 15, 20.
okay. I'm a very quick showerer. I take like probably like 10 minutes, just really quick, really efficient. You know, I don't spend too much time dilly dallying in
You
there.
don't sit there, think about life,
No,
think about all this.
no,
Sit there and think.
I don't got the money for that. Do I look like Ashton
Well, see,
Kutcher in Mini
there's
Kunis?
that's probably the different perspective I don't have, right? Because I'm not paying for it. So I maybe when I start paying for it, maybe my showers will get shorter, or I don't know.
No, I feel
Maybe I
like
should
when I
say
was
10,
younger,
15.
when I was younger, I'd always be really quick because it was like if I spend too long in the shower, I have less time to do this stuff. So I'm like, I'd rather do that stuff. So I'm just gonna shower really quickly and go on. So I do like the body, the hair, and then scrub and that's it. I'm out. Rinse, scrub, and then I'm out. Rinse out. So I'm like, I'm trying to do this. I don't want to. The shower is just disrupting my flow. I got a thing going on with my game, and now I gotta shower, and then I gotta kind of get back in the groove, disrupting my flow. I gotta go quick, otherwise I lose my mojo. But yeah, that's the way I thought when I was younger. I was like, I don't want to shower because it's kind of just bothering me. But I'm like, fuck, I should, and I drop everything, go, and I come back, and I'm like, fuck.
I guess I don't know. I don't think about it. I, I guess maybe sometimes I do think it's taking away. No, I don't know. I
But
guess I
no,
enjoy it though
yeah, no,
too.
but there's some days where
The
it's like
vibe in
a
there.
shower is what you need. Like you need to get in there and just relax. Some
Yeah,
days it'll be longer, so I'll just be like chilling there because it just feels so good. Um,
yeah.
like right after a workout, that's when I usually kind of take a little bit longer because then you get to relax, get to
Hmm.
breathe, and then I like to do like the temperature changes, so that's also nice.
Oh, I don't. I just turn the heat all the way up.
Ooh,
That's it.
you should try cold showers, man. It's on a
I
hot day,
I
on like
I
a really hot day. Um, and days where like the AC just does not feel like it's hitting. If you turn on the cold water and just like and so do your hot shower and then at the end do like cold water for like a minute or so, or even like half a second or half a minute. You'll feel so good walking out because your body is just chilled, and then like the heat
I
doesn't really bother you too
yeah.
much.
Yeah, I would only switch to cold if it was like if I was really tired, so it was an effort to wake me up. So I'd only switch because I don't like when it's cold. Even like on hot days, like today was hot when I woke up, and I was just like, because I'm a morning showerer, so
Ooh.
I yeah I'm always like even summer, no matter what it is outside, I'm a hot shower person. It's always the same temp. Hot showers. That's what I
Okay.
love.
You ever take a
Well,
bath?
this is a. I haven't taken a bath in a while. I in our old house there was they it had like one of the bathrooms had like a whole
The tub
like
or
actual
like the
tub with
jacuzzi?
the yeah the jacuzzi
Oh
type
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So
Back
when
in
we
like
had
Nottingham,
that,
right?
yeah, back in Nottingham.
Yeah,
So
every
that one
house
had
had it.
that. So yeah, like when we had that, then yes, but now I haven't taken it. But also, I think someone said like I've heard somebody say like it's literally just you sitting in your dirty
No,
water.
but it's
So I'm just
it's
like,
relaxing. It's not
oh,
supposed
it
to
is relaxing.
clean.
Yes,
It's
it is
not for. I
relaxing.
feel like it's not for
It's
the
not a
purpose of
cleaning thing.
cleaning. Yeah, you're not there to
No, it's
clean.
not.
You're
It's
there
not a
to just
cleaning thing.
relax.
It's exactly. I just haven't done it. I just haven't done it in forever. But I don't know. But I need
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
whole
Watch, we'll
like.
do
I guess I'm
a.
bougie that way. I need a whole jacuzzi thing.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, we're gonna do a podcast one day where we're just both in a bathtub, 6 feet apart because of COVID. We'll have a
Well, you don't want
bathtub.
to get in the jacuzzi with me, bro?
You don't. Okay, do you want a bathtub or a jacuzzi? Because the bathtub's a little
Jacuzzi.
tight. Not gonna lie.
No, no, not in a bathtub with you. A jacuzzi. We be wrapped around each other like we're a couple. What are you talking about? In a bathtub?
Bathtub is
What?
OnlyFans content. Jacuzzis is YouTube content. All right. Now that we're all clear, one day we'll do a hot tub stream or a hot tub
Yeah,
podcast
hot
where
tub
we
stream.
have like a
Oh,
bath
like the
bomb and
hot tub
everything.
or the hot tub streamers? Isn't
Yeah.
that what people are doing now on Twitch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
But I feel
Yeah.
like maybe we won't do that because I think that's bad for the channel. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see where this
We'll
takes
see.
us, who knows.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You never know. You never know what we'll do. But this is another episode of On the Ledge with Dante and Ricky. I am Dante.
And I'm Ricky.
A. And today we're talking about a thing I've kind of pushed back a few episodes. I don't know why. I was kind of nervous at first, but then I realized that Ricky's been trying to get us canceled for the last few ones. So I'm like, let me do it. Let me try. No, I'm just joking. But we're talking about religion today. So like I guess our views of religion, how it's changed, how I guess we interact with religion and everything like that. So I guess a good starting point would be like what your relationship to religion is, like what either faith you practice or don't practice or whatever it is. So if you want to start, and then I'll go.
So mine is a little bit tough because I'm
Mm-hmm.
not entirely sure what I worship.
Mm-hmm.
So in my culture, we do this thing where we all like we have like I guess holidays for the religion. I'm not too sure. And then
Yeah.
we do offerings to our ancestors who's passed into the spirit world, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did some research, and I think it is Taoism or it might be Buddhism. I'm not too sure.
Oh, okay.
But it looks like Taoism kind of fits more what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not big on what happens. My parents, my mom and my dad usually kind of do all the preparations, and they just
Yeah.
get me and my sister to get involved because you know but yeah, so I think ours is more like Taoism, and I think Chinese New Year is a big part of that. There's like a
Mm-hmm.
Chinese Halloween, and then there's also like the Mooncake Festival, which I believe is also part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically that's what I do. It's more like um praying to our ancestors. So yeah, well, I think you might be. Yeah, before we start, I think for you it might be more. There might be more for you to talk about because again, I really don't know what I do, and I think that's the problem. I don't. My parents have always taken full control of what everything. So
Yeah.
and also I don't understand Chinese. So whenever they tell me stuff, they say it in Chinese. I don't know what they're talking about half the time.
Wait, like when they're speaking it to you?
Yeah, no, I don't. So I understand bits and pieces, but I'm not fluent. So there are things that they're just way too complicated, and I just don't understand. But I just go with the flow most of the time. So
Wait, I remember you speak Canto, right?
Yeah,
Is it Cantonese?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
But
there
I
was
remember.
also
Oh no. Well, I
yeah, and
remember you
then last
teaching me a few
episode.
things.
Yeah, I know a bit, and most
Yeah.
even my girlfriend will say my Chinese is complete awful. Um, but last episode I was saying my parents are from Vietnam, but they're Chinese, and then there's all this stuff. So they know Vietnamese too, and then there's a big portion of the
Oh.
Vietnamese culture that's part of my life too. So I don't know what's Chinese and what's Vietnamese. Well, so I just kind of go with the flow. I don't really know what is what, to be honest.
Like, sometimes they talk to me. I don't know. I
Yeah,
just say
and
something.
it's so I think so. My manager from work is Chinese as well,
Yeah.
and my mom had called me one day to tell me like, oh, this weekend we're doing this to celebrate this, right? So during my meeting with my manager, I said, oh, are you doing this? And she's like, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. So I had to get clarification, and I think it might have been a Vietnamese celebration rather than a Chinese, and that's why my
Hmm.
manager wasn't aware of it. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't know what religion we really are, because they're doing like two different things. I just don't know what's happening. Um,
Yeah.
but I think mainly it's the Chinese stuff, the Taoism kind of religion, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
that's cool. I've actually never heard of because I've heard of like
Buddhism.
Buddhism.
Yeah.
Buddhism. Yes, I was about to say Buddhism. What I was about to put whole other syllables in there for some reason. I've heard of Buddhism, but I haven't heard of Taoism before. But no, that's interesting. But for me, I'm like Christian, Protestant. I remember I had to find that out too because I didn't know. Like I just knew we were a Christian. We believed in like God and Jesus. And I was just like, I don't know which one we are though, because I remember like there's other ones like the Catholic and the agnostic and the other ones that I'm forgetting. Don't shoot me.
Isn't it like
But
Presbyterian or something like
that's eating only fish.
that? No, wait. Wait, there is something that's very similar to that. No?
Yes, there's Presbyterians.
I swear there is. I don't know.
They believe in fish Jesus. I got something to roast Ricky with. I got something to roast Ricky with. Yes.
No. I think it might
Oh
have
my
been the
god.
Protestant that I was thinking of. Because
Yeah,
I know it's
Protestant,
something
Protestant.
very
That's the
similar. Like,
yes,
yeah. Okay.
yes. But yes. So we were like from young. I always remember like we were Christian. We always went to church every Sunday, and like like I'm definitely like a faithful person. I don't know if I would say I'm as religious as I was before now that I'm a little bit older. I think I guess I could get into it now. But like yeah, we were like Protestant or no, not we still are Protestant and then going to church every day, but like I know we don't there's certain things that we don't do that Catholic people do. And I know there's some like there's different beliefs in some of the different like variations of the Christian faith. I know that part. But yeah, and I'm also like I I'm baptized as well too. So like there I can't remember how old I was. Somewhere between 13 and 16. I decided to get like baptized.
Oh.
And then yeah. But then like yeah. So I guess that's it. Christian, Protestant. That's the faith. I'm trying to think of other things, but I'm like, no, it's pretty straightforward. That's about it. Yeah. But that's what I was actually gonna ask you. But like, is it that because you were saying that your parents like prepare everything, is it that you're like you have strong beliefs, casual beliefs, not beliefs at all? Would you point more atheist? Would you what do you think?
um, I think I believe what they believe. It's just
Yeah,
so growing up, I never thought of it as a religion. I thought it was just
yeah.
something we did in we just did every year,
Hmm.
like as a culture. And I didn't even really associate like Chinese New Year as part of the religion. Because when we have Chinese New Year, we actually do a lot of the same stuff. We
Yeah.
prepare food for um like the ancestors, and but yeah, I don't know. I think with now that I'm getting older, I feel like I
Mm.
want to be more a part of it and try to understand what
Mm.
they're doing, only because it's like how do I, it's something that like once they're gone, I'm not gonna know how to do. So it's almost something like I want to start to learn how to do, and just so that
Mm.
keep the tradition going. Because I know it is honoring them, so that it's like when they pass, I can also honor them beyond that. But there's also a lot of like good that comes from it. Like there's Chinese New Year
Yeah.
always brings the family together, because like I know we don't
Yeah.
see our cousins like all the time, but during major holidays it brings us together. I would associate like Chinese New Year to like Christmas or like Easter and stuff like that, where
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
get it's an opportunity to kind of bring everyone together.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that too about like with the Christianity and everything too, because like yeah, like Christmas time, Easter time, it's a time to bring the family together and everything. Because like um as I'm getting older though, that's one of the things that I was talking about. Because like I like what you were saying there, like it's a way to honor them too, to learn a little bit more. Because like me, I don't think I know like everything, but I feel like I know. No, actually, I don't know like everything. Because I haven't read the. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. I haven't read the Bible all the way through. So I've
Same.
started a few times. Same. Yeah, same. I started a few times but never finished. But like for example, in church, a pastor would do like a sermon, right? So they'd talk about like a either like a chapter or a specific part of the Bible, and then like talk about it and how it applies to life and stuff like that. So basically kind of like a lecture, but and like reading the words and stuff. So that's how more I pick up stuff from it as well too. But as I've gotten older, there's been things, because that's kind of why I asked the like what your what your level into it is. Because for me, I feel like I'm devout, but I'm definitely not a perfect Christian. I don't think anybody is though. But um, as I've got older, there's been things that I've questioned a bit though too. So I've always believed in God, will always believe in God. But then there's certain parts of like the religion aspects. It's not even like with the churches that I've been to, because like it's always been like a great positive experience with the churches I've been to. But it's just some things that you see either from like a mega church or stuff like that, where you're like, what is the person really like a good like Christian person? Is this pastor really like a good faithful person? Are they doing it for the right things or are they doing it for money? Because like there's this guy and I don't know his name. I don't even want to say his name, but I think he has like this mega jet and he has like a mega church, like a huge following and everything.
Yeah, I've seen
He has
them.
this jet. Yeah. And there was this video, I think it went viral, and sometimes it comes back around where this reporter's asking, like, why do you need a jet? Or something like that. He's like, well, God, God gave it to me. I need the jet. God told me I need the jet. I need the private jet so I could do my stuff. I'm like, do you really need a private jet? Is
Yeah.
that what it's about? Is it taking advantage? Because we you're supposed to do like tithes, right? I believe it's like 10% that you give. So like
Yeah.
sometimes it goes to like the church to like help out and everything as well too. And I definitely believe in that stuff. But then like when you see people start to take advantage, then I start to understand other people that questioned it and maybe left, or other things like that. Because I never really like that stuff where you could see that there's clearly like an evil in this person
Yeah.
where there shouldn't be. Because like the things that I love about like Christianity and about being the religious is like the good stuff. So like loving thy neighbor, being positive, not judging people, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But then I feel like though too, there are things that come with it because again, right? Like I'm not trying to be holier than thou or think I'm better than anybody or anything like that. But I know there's sometimes too because we're like, hey, I'm this Christian person, and because I'm Christian, I'm good and I do no wrong. And then when other people either have like a different faith or think a different way, then they're wrong. And I've never liked that part either.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think as I've gotten older, because like I even like before the pandemic, because like obviously right now I'm not going to church. It would be like watching it online. But before the pandemic even started, I found myself going like less and less and less every Sunday. I pray to God every night. So like I like talk with God and pray every single night. But I find myself, I don't know what it is, because like I know like Sunday's supposed to be like the Sabbath, right? You're supposed to keep it holy. You're not supposed to work or anything.
Oh,
But
okay.
then like either with work, right? So like sometimes maybe that was the excuse, because sometimes my shift changes like every 2 months. So sometimes it'll be like, oh, I'm working on Sundays now, so I can't go, and then that would be where you start falling off, and it's just like, oh well, I want to go to the gym, or oh, I want to do this, or I want to do something else, or I just want to relax today, or I'm too tired to even get up to do it because I was up like stupid hours the night before. So it was just like stuff like that. So there's this one video, and I can't remember. I don't think I brought it up on the podcast. I think I was talking about it when we were talking about doing this topic, when we like talk off air. And it was this video that I saw a few years before I kind of started like questioning things. And it was a video where the guy was saying, I think it was titled, I love God, but I hate religion. And it was basically talking about kind of like that stuff. So like having your faith in God and like Jesus and everything, right? Like trusting that. But then when you see like there's the human aspect to it, right? Where certain people take advantage, or certain people use it to express hate when we should be expressing love, like no matter what.
Yeah.
Because like one of the one of the things that kind of like I don't understand this. I don't get why it's happening. Was there was this video. I think it was the rapper. Is it Lecrae? I think it's Lecrae, something like that. Excuse me if I'm saying the wrong name, but he was doing this convo like with a pastor, and I think they were talking about racism, right? Because I think it was after the death of George Floyd, and they were talking about racism, and he said something along the lines. The pastor said something along the lines of like white people getting white blessings, right? And now it's time to like let everybody kind of gets an equal thing. I'm like, what are you? What are you talking about? Like, what do you like? So them being in charge of slaves was white blessings. I was just like, what the fuck? Because like sometimes oops, I shouldn't be swearing on the religious one, but like sometimes also too, the Bible was used to justify slavery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when it's stuff like that, that's where it's like where I start questioning. So like I think the spot that I'm in right now, because it's not that I don't believe, I'm still like person of that faith, but then I think it's where I have questions, and I don't think it's a bad thing to have like questions of it. Like you should question things, right? You shouldn't just believe everything full force,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Especially if you don't agree with everything. But like, so then for you, is it that because you were mentioning like you're wanting to honor them, but is it like right now, do you question certain things, or do you believe it wholeheartedly, or
Um, I don't think there's so I think with Taoism, and I don't think we follow it like to the T. Like we
yeah,
don't
yeah,
have like a strict guideline or
yeah,
rules.
yeah,
Um, I think I don't really have any questions about it because to me it makes sense, right? Uh we're basically offering our ancestors food so that they can celebrate basically the holiday with us, essentially. Which
mhm,
to some people, yeah, that doesn't really make sense, but it's almost like just providing an offering um to any god, right? But I don't think I have any like question. I don't question it really because there's also no
yeah,
real guideline. Like I can't do this, I can't do that.
right, right,
It's
right, right, right,
it's
right.
more kind of flexible where it's like um when it comes down to it, this is how the ritual should go. These are the rules, and this is what you have to do. But it doesn't really affect my day to day life, where it's like, oh, you can't do this, you can't eat this, and stuff like that. There's no, I guess, there's no real guideline, or maybe I haven't even looked into it. Maybe there is a guideline, but my family doesn't
Yeah,
really push that on me. Obviously they they want me to not be bad, right? Like they don't want me to
yeah,
do
yeah,
like they don't want me a bad person, but yeah, in that sense I'm not really questioning it just because it doesn't feel like it's a huge burden to me. um
mm,
they what my parents do make me do sometimes is when we buy fruits, we have this kind of like an altar, I guess, for our ancestors or whoever. I don't really know who it's for. But when we buy fruits, we basically set them up and we light an incense for them to let them know that this is
Mm,
our offerings to them, and to continue to watch over our house and protect us, right? Um, but it's not really a burden if you think about it. I'm just lighting an incense and just asking them for their support, essentially. Um, yeah, there's for me, I've never really questioned it, and what
yeah.
because there's such a lack of like guideline and um like structure, I guess in that sense. I never really thought I believed in a religion. I really thought I was atheist the entire time. Um, but I guess
Mm,
I am Taoist, but not so strictly into the religion that I'm almost like atheist at the same time.
yeah. I think like as the because I definitely think my grandparents are more heavily religious than let's say my parents, and then my parents would probably be like more heavily. Well, I guess my mom more than my dad. Not that my dad's not religious, but like it as the generations go down, like me and my brother, I think it would be the same thing with him too. Where like not every single Sunday we're going to church. Not that we don't like going to church. It's never that. It's not that I don't like it or anything. It's just like sometimes it's just like I'm not like it wouldn't be like because I guess when you were younger too, sometimes like a lot of the times I was enjoying it because you would have friends there too. Because there's a time where you would separate, go downstairs, and either it'd be like a choir thing or just Sunday school. So sometimes it would be, but then I remember too, like as I got older, I would rather like I want to stay upstairs and watch the stay with the adults and watch the like the adult sermon stuff or anything like that as well too. So sometimes I guess like when you're a kid, sometimes it would feel like a burden. But yeah, I don't think it's a burden now. It's just sometimes it's just like I know what my relationship with the big person upstairs is. So I just like I feel like it's a good thing to go and everything, but I just I feel like I just haven't like been as dedicated to going as I was in the past. I guess that's what it was.
Yeah, and I don't
But
think it's a bad thing to, like you said, question
yeah,
certain aspects of it because I mean, like some things are a little bit outdated. Okay, so
right.
this is me coming from an outside. Like I don't really know much about the Christianity religion and all the little things. Also, I looked it up. There is a Presbyterianism, so got you there. Um,
Wait, hold on. Presbyterian's not the fish thing.
I think it is too, but there's literally a Presbyterianism, which is a Calvinist tradition within the Protestantism that traces its origin to Church of Scotland. So there's a Presbyterian, yeah, I'm saying it right, church in Ireland. Then there is Presbyterian churches, but what I'm trying to say is, um, coming from outside, you see like obviously Christianity is probably one of the biggest religion on in the Western world, um, and I guess you there are some things that are a little outdated because a lot of you'll see a lot of religious people combat certain things like homosexuality with the Bible, and
Yeah.
but then there's a lot of things within the Bible that it's like very tiny rules, but they're breaking it because they don't know it. So there's like I think it's like you said they're using it for hate when it shouldn't really be used as a weapon for that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like this is not a weapon for hate or anything. It's just it's almost like a guideline on how you if you want to really live your life, how you should go about it. But I think for what I can understand from your side, it's because of these scriptures. I guess they generate some doubt in your mind, and you know, I can understand it happening, right? Some things just don't make sense. Why would you follow something that doesn't make sense, right? If there was a
Yeah.
law that says you can't walk on the sidewalk, well, then I mean, I'm not gonna listen to that because that's dangerous. Then, right? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, no, you're reading my mind because like there's two things that you said that I wanted to like go into. Is also like the outdated stuff, right? And then the like definitely like the LGBTQ plus. I might be missing a few things. Excuse me if I am. But for that community. But just before that, Ricky was right. So the fish thing is pescatarian.
Yeah, because I
I
was
just looked
like,
it up.
wait, I remember driving around seeing Presbyterian Church. So I'm like, wait, am I saying the wrong one? Because I was like, it's very similar.
Oh god damn it.
It's very similar. That's why I'm like, I'm pretty sure there is, but I'm not
You're
too sure if I mixed
impossible
it
to
up.
roast. You're always right. It's bull. That's gonna have to be the clip now because I look like an ass. I just looked dumb. I was roasting you. I was like, yes, he's wrong. And then I look it up and I was like, oh, that's why I was like this. I was like, oh shit. I messed up. Oh god damn it.
And it's
Because
part of
then
your,
like
it's
when
a
you
branch of yours too, Protestant. It says it's a part of the
hey, I said I didn't
Protestant.
know everything. But no, as soon as you said you looked it up, I went, oh shit. I was like, damn it. I was like, couldn't he leave it alone? And then we just look like idiots and people would be in the comments saying we're idiots together. No,
Nah,
damn it.
nah. I didn't want you to get roasted by the comments. I want you to get roasted by me. That's why.
I was like, as soon as I looked it up, because I'm like, what are people that only eat fish called? And as soon as I saw the word, I was like, damn it. But anywho, so yes, because obviously like another thing you said, it's definitely like I believe in like the good parts of it, right? Where it's the way you should live, treating people with respect, not cheating on your significant other. I had the 10 commandments up because like there's some of the things in there. So like I'll just go through them quickly
Yeah.
because there's I think these are like the general like big rule. These are like the big ones, the big ones that go through the Bible. I believe in the Old Testament. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for wrong at certain some of these certain things. But
Let me look it up right now.
the yeah, the first one is I am the Lord thy God. Second one is thou shalt not have other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. So I think that's like false idol stuff. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord God in vain, which I probably did multiple times this episode. Don't strike me. Remember the Sabbath day. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. So Sunday, and keep it holy. Honor thy. So this is a really good one. Honor thy father and thy mother. Right? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Honor them. Thou shalt not murder. Yeah, don't do it. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Yes. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Now, when there was like, I clicked into that one, but there was more of it, and it was like, you shouldn't covet their slaves, their blah blah blah, their blah blah blah. I was like, oh hey, hold on. Don't have slaves. See, some of that stuff is outdated. You can't translate it to now. It shouldn't be translated, even though there's probably that shit still going on. It shouldn't be. But and then is there anyone? The last one? Oh yeah, that was the
no, the neighbor's wife. I said I see
said
two.
the
1, 2, 3, 4.
neighbor's wife or his slaves or his it's just mentioning like
Oh, I think yeah, mine has it separated into two. So thou shalt
oh so
not
then it's
covet
the
the neighbor's wife, and thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. I guess slaves
oh
aren't her
okay so the
goods.
goods is the separate one. Yes, that's what it is. Okay, but yeah, so there's like I'm not gonna be like, hey, I think this way and everybody should think this way, but obviously there's a lot of good things in there, right?
Yeah.
Just generally, hey, don't kill people, don't steal from people, don't be jealous of people, right?
Yeah.
Obviously there's certain things too, but then when it comes to the LGBTQ plus community, that's one of the things, because I think one of the things with Christianity is there's like this fear tactic thing, right? Don't do this or you're going to hell. Don't do this or you're going to hell. Don't do this or you're going to hell. And I know none of us are perfect, right? Because we know God is forgiving and everything, right? He's gonna forgive. Obviously, you're not supposed to be doing things and just be like, hey, let me go kill somebody and then I'll pray and then I'm good, right? Like you shouldn't be thinking like that. You're just like, let me go do all this bad stuff and then pray it out, right?
Yeah.
But we should be, and I think this is kind of tying into like the cancel culture stuff too. We should be able to make mistakes. Okay, maybe I'll tie into something else and then come back. There's this pastor, Carl Spence, I believe is his name. So he was like, you know how Bieber kind of got more religious? He was the pastor involved with Bieber, and he also
Okay.
had like a church like down here in Toronto. And um my like my cousin, my grandmother and my aunt, they would go to that church. And I
Oh.
think they're going to a different church now. But he had this scandal, right? Where he ended up cheating on his wife. Obviously
Oh.
that's bad,
Yeah.
right? Obviously that's bad, right? You shouldn't do it. But if we're supposed to forgive, right? I'm not excusing cheating. That's not what I'm trying to say. The point is, if we're supposed to forgive, because I think he ended up being fired and stuff,
Yeah.
right? Shouldn't he also be able to make a mistake too, right? I
Yeah.
guess maybe that's an extreme one. That's a hard one to kind of navigate. But I feel like, I guess what I'm saying is there's sometimes where we pick and choose the
Yeah,
parts of the
it's like a
Bible where we want to
contradiction.
follow.
I see what you
Contradiction.
mean. Yeah, like you
Yeah,
okay, yeah, he committed adultery, but it was his first offense. But we can't forgive. But that's also part of the religion. So like what and so I guess it's like one outweighed the other, and so they couldn't forgive. And so they got rid of him for adultery.
exactly. And
Yeah.
then yes, I guess I understand that. Yes, like I guess you would have to, because that's the position, they have to be held to this high standard or whatever. But maybe some of them are doing it too, they're just better at hiding it, you know. So it's just like it's depending, nobody's perfect like that. But to go back to what we were just talking about, like the fear tactic stuff, like going to hell, because I don't know if, because again I haven't read the whole thing, but I don't believe there's an explicit part saying, hey, you can't be in a relationship with like the same sex. I don't think there's a specific thing saying it. I think there's a line that says marriage is between a man and a woman, but I don't think there's anything that says explicitly you can't.
Yeah, I think
So
that's what they always
like
quote. It's always like
yeah,
it says man and woman. It doesn't say man
yes,
and
yeah,
man. So
exactly. So like with the fear tactic stuff, right? There was a point where like when I was younger, I always thought that stuff was wrong, right? And it's something that, thank God, yes, that I'm not thinking that way anymore, right? Like I always thought that that stuff was wrong, it shouldn't be happening or
mhm.
anything like that. But then as you grow and you grow older and be like, hey, they're people too, because it literally is like you're supposed to love your enemies, and they're not our enemies. They're our friends, they're our family members, they're our co-workers, they're people on this earth, they're human too. So it's just like, yeah, when I was younger, but like as I grew up, like one of my friends growing up, like back in Scarborough, he came out after I like moved away to Ajax, right? And when I was younger, I could tell, but it doesn't mean I didn't still love him. It didn't mean he wasn't still my best friend. I could still see him as that person, right? So it's just like
Yeah.
there's nothing,
But
there was
I
nothing
can
wrong with him. Yeah,
I mean when you're younger, I don't think it was mainly religion that thought it was
yes, that's
wrong.
true. That
I
is true.
think it was just
That's true.
because even for me, coming from a non-religious, I guess, background,
Yeah,
when I was younger, everyone is saying this, and you're young, your mind is easily manipulated and
yeah,
influenced. We kind of all just went with it. But we grew up. We figured out. We kind of figured out like that's okay. Like who cares? It's their life. Let them live.
yeah,
And then we kind
yeah.
of just started thinking for ourselves and creating our own perceptions, I guess, or ideas, and it just like now it's accepting. We don't mind it. We don't care. It's your life. You do what you want to do. Nothing should ever stop you, and nothing should ever tell you that it's not allowed because it doesn't make sense why it's not allowed.
Exactly,
Um,
exactly.
but I think one of the good things that we were, I think for me, I was really lucky to be exposed to a lot of different religions. Um,
Yeah,
well, I
yeah,
guess
yeah, yeah.
not a lot, but I was exposed to like Islam, and then I was exposed to Christianity. And I think one of the good things for me was, I don't want to say you guys weren't like super religious, but you guys weren't like forcing it down my throat. So if I did have
Yes,
questions,
yes,
or if I did say
yes.
something and it was wrong, you guys weren't afraid to correct me. But if I did have questions, you guys weren't also like, oh, like super arrogant and just didn't want to answer my questions as if I
Yeah,
should have known. Um,
yeah.
but I think it was, we respected each other based on our religion. So I knew our friend Samir wouldn't eat pork, and we all knew that. So
Mhm.
we didn't say, well, that sucks for you. We said, okay, we created. I told my parents, like, when you guys came over for birthday, I said, okay, one of my friends can't have pork. They
Yeah.
were like, why? You know, because they didn't understand it. But they're not going to be like, well, then they have to eat it. That's all they have. They would make another
Mhm.
dish and say, this is for your friend because he can't eat it. This is for them. This hasn't touched any pork. So that for us, I feel like we were really lucky because um like we were exposed to a lot of the religions, and then you guys were really good with like explaining us to us like what it was and why you guys can't do it. I mean, you don't really need to give us a why, but and then we were
Yeah,
also
yeah.
very respectful with that, like, oh, you can't do this, so then we don't do this. We prepare something else or we do something else.
Yeah, I know. I 100% agree with you there because like that's one other thing that I always was like I never want to force it on people and never felt the need to force because I think also too like with like the changing in my thinking as well too is you were told that the Christianity was the only one and the only one that was right. And then I think that was something also that I thought that was younger, but I don't think it is now. I think it's completely fine to have like the different religions and everything. I think it's a beautiful thing too. So it's just like we're all trying to do the same thing, right? Be good people.
Yeah.
So that's the bottom line. But I want to just quickly circle back because there's one more thing I wanted to say with the other stuff, like with the LGBTQ community. There was this show, and I think it was part of the thing that helped me turn the other way with it, like to stop thinking wrongly, or thinking that that was wrong. Was there was a show called The Game? They're actually trying to bring it back. It's about football players, but it was more so for the perspective of the wives and the girlfriends of the football players. So the first three seasons are really good and funny, but like it kind of got trash after that. But there was an episode where they did where one of the players on the football team was gay. So like the one of the characters on the show, I think the main character on the show was Christian. It was like a devout Christian. And but he was cool, right? Like he was fine with it. And then one of the other players that wasn't so religious was having a hard time with it. And he asked the Christian like character was like, "Hey, how come you're so fine with it?" And he said that line. He said, "In the Bible, it says marriage is between a man and a woman, but it also says to love everybody." I think that's the most important takeaway. It's just loving everybody. That's the biggest takeaway, and that's what we should take it. Because how could two people want to express love be wrong? That's
Hmm.
all I'm saying. It's just like if like two people want to love each other and they're just loving differently than you do it, why? It's not an issue. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. So that's why I was like, that's like the things that I'm happy that my head turned away from the stupid stuff with that, and then like thinking in that way. Because like, how is love the wrong thing? It's never like it's never the wrong thing to me. But but you made a good point there where I don't think it was only religion that made me think that way,
Yeah,
but
no,
I
because
think it
like
was
I
part
said,
of it.
being around you, it was like almost common for us to think that in that way.
Mm-hmm.
We were young, easily influenced. There were so many
Yeah.
bad shows on during our
Yes.
time,
Yes.
that really influenced us. But once we kind of grew up, developed our own brain, and started thinking on our own, it was so obvious that it didn't make sense to that it was wrong. Like, why? It, who cares? Like, they love who they love. I mean, it's not affecting me. I love who I love,
Yeah.
right? Like, why does it bother them, right? So who cares?
That's
Just
what
they
I'm
can do what they want.
saying. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. If it's not hurting you, why? That's not hurting anybody. Like it's not hurting
yeah,
anybody. Just relax. Murder, right? That's hurting somebody. So it's bad. Stop it. Love
yeah,
is not hurting anybody. It's just like it's a but yeah. But also though too, like I was saying, I'm still like I still believe in God and everything. I also too because I think I had this conversation with Tejas and Richard. They're like, how do you believe both? Because I believe like the science stuff. Because like if you're really thinking about Christianity, it's saying that we've only been here for like, well, 2021 years,
Yeah.
really and truly. So I obviously think that there was like dinosaurs and stuff way before. And they were like, you can't have both. You can't be Christian and have both. I'm like, yes, I can. Like God started it all and just started the whole. That's what I believe. I'm not telling anybody they have to believe that too, but like, yeah, I believe in the science
Yeah,
stuff
I
too.
guess I never thought of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like religion is more, to me, religion is more of a guideline, like how you should
Yes.
live
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
your life. And there's like like we went through the 10 Commandments. Some of them are good, some of them aren't so good. Um,
Yeah.
but they're more guidelines to how you
Yeah.
should live like a more fulfilling life. Obviously, not murdering anyone would be nice. Adultery would
Yeah.
be, no adultery would be nice. Um,
Yeah.
but like, why can't you believe in science too, right? Like, that's science
Yeah.
is like all is everything in this world. So I don't know. It's yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Religion
You
should be
tell me
more of
there's
like
not
a
Christian
guideline.
scientists?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
but yeah. But yeah, that was my biggest thing I wanted to talk about though too. But I'm trying to think of anything else, or if you had anything else or two.
yeah. I guess on a more light, a
Yes,
lighter.
I wanted to lighten it up. I was trying to think of how we could lighten it up because I got serious.
Yeah, on a I guess on a lighter. So I do have a story where,
Oh yeah,
um,
your story. Yes.
yeah. So there was a time where my sister and I were just being little shits, and I think my mom was just really stressed out. She was prepping dinner, I guess. But we were just being really annoying. So she, I think this was at a time when I was bigger. And so our parents used to beat us, you know.
Yeah.
Not anymore, obviously, because I mean, it wouldn't hurt anymore. But um, this was at a time where I guess my mom realized that beating me no longer really had an effect,
Yeah.
because it just didn't hurt anymore. And so w- this one time, she was just so angry, but she knew that the normal punishment was not going to work. So what she made my sister and I do was, like I said, we had like an altar thing where it's like our ancestor or whatever, and so she made us um, go on our knees in front of it and pray to the god and apologize to our gods because um like we were making our mom like really annoyed and everything, and
Yeah.
she just made us stay there for like 15 minutes, and I think she would walk by every so often and just like knuckle our heads while we were doing it. So yeah, it was an interesting day, and I think after that we just stopped being, I guess she just stopped really getting annoyed as easily because now she knows
Yeah.
that she can't really punish us in a way, or otherwise she's gonna make us like right. But yeah, that was one thing I remembered, I guess more recently, when she was like, this was like back in high school, I guess. Uh,
Wait, so this was at home then, right? Like at
yeah,
the.
yeah, yeah. We were just being little shits, and my mom was just got home and is prepping dinner, and so she
Yeah.
just got really mad and just made us pray in front of the ancestors and just be like and apologize to our ancestors for making my mom mad and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I when you type that in, I thought it was like in a public place. It
No,
should
no,
just
no,
be
no.
like in a church should just
No, 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 no.
be. Speaking of punishing kids, I don't know. I don't know how to transition to mine. Because I think I've said this because I was such a goody good. Not that I was a perfect kid, but I was such a goody good. I didn't really get like I know I've gotten like smacked before. Just like, stop. But my dad would never like my dad's D's. So he didn't believe in like because I think as you get like in the younger generations, the less and less they believe in spank. And I think like nowadays more across the board, people are like corporal punishment, you shouldn't be doing there's better ways to do it. It really doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna get into the whole thing. But my dad would do this thing where he would tell us to hold our hands out and then he would smack it. So there was one time. There is probably gonna get mad at me for this story. I don't know, or maybe he'd be okay. He'd probably laugh. But there was this one time we were play fighting. We were on top of the bed, and we had this like bunk bed like outliner thing, like the frame for the
Yeah.
bunk bed that we
Okay.
never built, we never used. I don't know why we had someone gave it to us, and we never used it, but it was like somewhere in the room, and we were play fighting, and this is Sparta kicked him. I kicked the shit out of him. I kicked him. I like I fucking it was like boom. I kicked him so hard off the bed, and I remember his body like this, and he went flying into the bed frame. And you know that thing you do when you hurt your little like sibling and you're trying to go shh, just shh. I remember doing that, and he immediately ran downstairs. He's like, "Wow, Dad! Wow, Dad!" But Dad says, "Dante, get downstairs." And he goes, "Stand there." And he, when Dad got up on a chair, he's like, "Hold your head down," because he would do like these three hat tricks with it, and he like jumped off the chair and smacked my hand. I was like, but now I'm looking at it like, what the fuck was that? It was so jokes. Now I'm laughing, but I was just like, why? Why'd you do it? Like, what? Because I remember him jumping. It was like a slam dunk on my head. I was just like, well, also too, my mom would probably get mad at me for this. But I remember one time too, I think she was kind of mad. And I asked, this is when I was a little bit older too. So I think this is when we were in Nottingham. So I had to be like 12. I was being fresh. So I think she was kind of mad. And then I asked, like, I shouldn't have said it. Like, are you on your period? And I remember her chasing me
No.
around the house. I knew as soon as I said it, I knew I shouldn't have said it. Like, that was me being like rude and cheeky. But I was just like, and then she remember she chased me around the house for a little bit. I can't remember how that ended, but I remember that story of her like having a towel in her hand, like spinning it and chasing me.
Damn.
But
You
yeah,
got
I
knocked
remember.
out and you don't even remember it.
No,
Sheesh.
I didn't get knocked out. She didn't knock me out. I was too big to get knocked out like that. Like I don't think that would have worked on me anymore.
She choked
When I
you
was
out and you didn't
12,
even
13.
know it. Now you
Yeah,
forgot.
that's what happened. I just don't remember it. It's just like, well,
You
I
remember
guess
the towel
I don't
and
have
she
any
was spinning
memory.
it probably just
I don't have a memory from the rest of that night. I remember waking up the next day. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I have to
Don't
ask your
come for my
mom for
money.
the full story.
Oh, oh, I thought
Oh.
my earphones. Sometimes I don't. Oh,
Hello? You good?
no, I'm here. I'm here. Sorry. I thought it was gonna fall out, and then I hit the button that I used to pause the music. So I thought something was gonna pause, like I could pause Zoom with my earphone.
Wow.
Yo, sometimes I'm just dumb, bro. You know what was the thing you said? Press what?
Presbyterian.
Presbyterian is not a fish loving person. It's a subset of Protestant, and pescatarians are the people
Fish.
that only eat fish.
Yeah. I
Again,
don't know.
Ricky was right.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to check because I was so sure. Because I've seen it.
Yo,
The
I
churches.
was dying, bro. I was dying because I thought it was right. I was so happy. I was really happy. I can't wait to watch that back because I was so just to watch the rise and fall of Dante in the same episode. Just like so happy, and then like my whole dreams got shattered. I was like, I got one thing on Ricky.
Yeah, no,
For once, I was smarter than Ricky.
I
For
wanted to make
once, I
sure in
didn't know.
case the comments came at you, you know?
Yeah, again, like I was saying, as soon as you said I looked it up, I was like, I messed up. I messed up. I was confident too. I was like, ha, Ricky, you're wrong.
Yeah, I wanted to just double check because, you know, I've seen it at the churches all the time. When I drive by, I'm like, oh, church. And sometimes I don't know how to say it because I was like, I don't know, we're going too fast.
Yeah, you were right.
Wait, have you been to
One last.
churches around the
Oh,
world? Or like, I guess not around the world, but in other countries like Barbados. I know you've been to Barbados.
did we end up going?
Or
I think we. I
you,
think we were supposed to go in Barbados, but we didn't. Because I remember having church, like packing church clothes. I can't remember if we actually ended up going though. I think we may have not. So I guess I missed the chance to to go. But No, I've only been to like I've been to multiple in like Ontario, I guess. Right? So like
Okay.
if there was like a funeral for somebody that wasn't in my family, so it'd be at a different church, right?
Hmm.
Or I guess no, sometimes too. Like maybe a family member but not by blood. Maybe at a different church too. But or oh no,
I feel like wouldn't you have been to a church in Indianapolis?
Indianapolis.
Yeah, for the wedding,
Yeah, I
right?
was just about to say, I was just like,
Yeah.
I think we did. I
You
guess we
must
did.
have, right? Like you
I think so. I
completely
think so.
skipped that
I didn't
ceremony.
remember. No, because my brain just went, wait, we were at a wedding in Indianapolis, so we had to.
You
Oh, in
must.
Montreal too. I've been in Montreal. For that was another wedding.
Oh
I've
yeah,
been
yeah,
to
yeah,
one in
yeah.
Montreal, in church. Yeah, a church.
I think that's
Yeah.
the one
So
thing
yeah,
that I like. I think that's one thing I kind of missed out on.
yeah.
Although I'm not religious, I feel like church is a great place to like build a community and like just meet
It
other
is. No,
people.
that's what it is for too. Yeah.
Yeah, but like for me, because I've never been, it was like another place to meet people and other people like that are similar to you because school is
Yeah.
one way and then church. I found that like people have like school friends and they have church friends and they have drinking friends. I don't know.
Well, no. It's true because I still have like I guess maybe not like as in touch as I maybe was when we were younger, but like I still have like friends that I've known since they were kids because of church, right?
Hmm.
Because I pretty much consistently went to the same church and then maybe another church, a little bit too after my parents separated. But like yeah, pretty much consistently to the same church, pretty much too. So then you'd grow up with those people, right? You see people
Hmm.
like grow up and everything. So it's just like yeah, but no, that is a really good point too. It is a really good sense of community. So yeah, don't think I was bashing it the whole time, guys. It is a great place. But I was just saying for me, we're just talking about the other stuff,
Dante's
the
gone through
questioning
some
part.
stuff and
Exactly.
yeah, just
Yeah, sometimes you
expressing
question
himself
stuff.
now.
Exactly. Express exactly. That's what this podcast has helped me to do. You know, save
Sharing
me
his
on the therapist,
feelings.
but I still think I'm gonna end up being in therapy though. I got to do it.
I
I got to
think
take
that's
myself
fine.
to it.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
I no, I think though, because I understand, because I know we had this conversation off air. Like, I definitely feel because like I know that because I had this thought actually the other day. Because it's with you and I trust you, I think that's why I feel okay to express things. Because I think I've said it a few times. Some of the thoughts that I've communicated, especially around like my parents' separation, I've only thought to myself and never said out loud, and then I feel more comfortable to say them now. So I think that's a good thing. Like I'm opening up
Yeah,
a bit.
yeah, for sure.
So instead of being like shelled off, so it's working.
Yeah,
But I still think, I just think from what I hear from people when it's like a therapist or whatever, like psychiatrist or whatever it is, I think it's just having a person that doesn't know you and unbiased opinion.
yeah,
That's the part of it. So it's just like, and then also too, it doesn't mean like you have to kind of like, I think the phrase is like you got to date your, so you got to like find the right one for you, right? Like not everyone's going to be the best or whatever, but I think that's something that I do, because there's definitely things that I still need to, there's still things that I do, there's still guards that I have up or blocks that I have up that I still need to work through, and still things that have affect me to this day that I still need to work through. So that's why I think I will eventually. But
yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Therapy is nothing to be frowned upon, and these days
no, not at all.
I feel like there's people who are mentally healthy but still go to therapy because it's just a
Exactly.
great way to really get their emotions out or like express themselves. It's just yeah, there's you should do it, man.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's a good point where you get the unbiased because no matter what you say, I'll support you. If you're feeling down, I'll
yeah,
be there
that's yeah,
to kind of hold you up. But getting the unbiased
yeah,
opinion and also the professional opinion really is good to like
yeah,
diagnose and figure out what's holding you back, I guess, or holding
yeah.
you to these thoughts. So yeah,
Exactly. I can't remember who said it, but like with like even when somebody's like mentally fit or whatever, or mentally healthy, like you still take your car to get checked even when it's okay, right? So like why don't we do this? Like I'm still going to the gym,
yeah,
right? To
even
like
if
take
you're
care of my
yeah,
body to maintain,
yeah,
right? So
that's
why don't we do that the same thing with our brain, right? So it's definitely that thing. Oh, I like this one. This is nice. You know, it was nice. Like,
Yeah.
I like this one a lot. But yes. So I think that's a good place. But what is? Because again, I'm throwing it to you, Ricky. What is no? What is the question of the week? What is the question of the week, or the episode, or the?
I guess what religion do you guys worship, and
Yes.
do you guys have any funny stories? Maybe,
Yeah,
who
any
knows?
funny stories from like religious thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, smash that like button, and I did it. Smash that like button, comment, subscribe, share, it, throw it. Follow us on all the different social medias, even Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, everything there. You can follow us separately too if you want. But yeah, I like the main one is the DMRW. I didn't say DMR this time. DMRW network on everything. So on social media. So TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and then also the YouTube channel. Well, if you're here, you're watching it on YouTube. And eventually on listening, I still got to keep reminding myself to get that done. But eventually we'll just have like the listening thing too. But yes, but yeah. So that's been another episode of On the Ledge with Dante and Ricky. I'm Dante.
And I'm Ricky. Bye, guys.
Peace.